Hello friends, welcome back to my video. Today in this video, we are going to create this pagination functionality using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So when we click on the next button, it should go to the next page, and when we click on the previous button, it should come back to the previous page. So when we are in the first page, the previous button should be disabled, and when we are in the final page, the next button should be disabled. So sit back, code along with me. Let's get started. First, we need to create a project name. So let me create a project called Pagination. Let me open the project in VS Code. First, let me create a file called index.html. So inside this, we are going to import the template HTML code by pressing the exclamatory and the enter symbol. So first we are going to give a title to our project. Let me name as Pagination. Okay, next we are going to link this to styles file. So first we will create style file, style.css. Okay, we also need a JavaScript file, so let me create it now itself. app.js or whatever name you like, you can name it like that. Okay, let me link the styles and the app.js to our HTML file. So to link the style file, so next we need to link our JS file. We need to specify the differ so that our script will be important after HTML and CSS is imported. So now let us start creating our HTML code. I will give a header called Pagination. So first we will open our project in a live server in our browser. So here you can see Pagination. So next we will add a UL, and I have given the class name as Pagination list. Next we'll add a li and give the value as 1. Similarly, you can give whatever value you like. So similarly, I have given up till 25. You can give it in numbers or whatever data you have, you can give it in li, or what if you have any card like thing, you can give the card details here. So next after UI we have to create a nav bar. So I am giving the nav bar class name as Pagination container. So inside this container only we are going to have the left. So here you can see inside this nav bar only we are going to have this all buttons, left button, right button and all the page buttons. So first we will give the left button. So here we have added our left button. We have given a class name as Pagination button and a ID as previous button and the title as previous button and a area label as previous page. So our title previous page will be visible when we take our tooltip to the button. So when I am hovering over it, our previous button, the tooltip, our title is visible there, you can see there. So area label previous page, that is for screen reader option. Next we will add a pagination number div. So first we have added for the previous button. Next now we are giving inside this pagination number only, we are going to have this 5 buttons. Next we are going to add right toggle button. You see here also I am giving the class name as Pagination button, ID as next button and the title as next page and the area label as next page. So by this our HTML part is over. Now let me style the style.css file. Okay, first I am going to import a font from Google Fonts. Let me word wrap so that you can view it clearly. The font name is Robomono. You can get it from Google Fonts easily. Next, I am going to add some global stylings. So I have added the margin as 0, padding as 0, box sizing as border box, and font family as Roboto Mono. Next, let us add some styles for body. So first, let me add display as flex. So when we view our page here, it is like this. Now I have added the display as flex. Now let us change the display flex direction to column. Content is arranged in column. So let us view our content side by side so that it will be visible for us clearly. So let us now align our content to center. So for that we have to give justify content center and align items center. So our content is aligned at the center. Now we have to give height to our container body. Let me give it as 100 VH. So okay, our content is aligned at center, but our left and right buttons, that is vertical direction, but they have to be in horizontal direction. So first let me give some background color. So I have given some dark background color. Right now we are not able to view our content properly, so we will change the color first. Before that, here you can see the list has some stylings like the bullet points. So first we will have to erase that one. In LI I am adding list style as none. So now you will not see that bulletin points. Next, for our header we will style. For our H1, the margin bottom we will add as 20 px, and then we will add the color to our heading. You can see our pagination is in white color. Let us add some background color as white. So you can see the content color. Let me add some padding and margin, and then text. Let us align our text to center. Now let me add font size. So you can see the content clearly now. Now we will add font weight and some border radius, and finally some width. Now our list styling is over. Now we will style for the hidden class. By now we have not created this class. We will add display as none. When we create this class, I will clearly explain why we are going to need this hidden class. Okay, next we will add stylings to display class. Okay, display and hidden class we will create in future, so stay with me. Next we will add stylings for pagination container. This is the pagination container, so we are going to style this pagination container. So here you can see the left and the right button. It is 50 px from the bottom, and we are setting the position as absolute and the display as flex. So next we are going to style the pagination number and pagination button. First let me add a font size as 2 rem. Okay, you can see the button now clearly. Next I will add some paddings, cursor as pointer, let the background be transparent. Let us set the color as white. To clearly view this, let us set some border. You can see here the border, white border radius, and then finally we will add some margin like 10 px or 15 px, whatever you need. Okay, we have styled the pagination number and pagination button. Now we will style the pagination number when it is hovered and the button when it is hovered. So let me add the background color. Okay, now I have added the background color and the color and the border as none. So when we hover it, the background color is changed to white and the color of the symbol is changed to black. The border is removed. Having this disabled because when there is no class like called disable attached to the button, then only our hover functionality will be visible. So finally we are adding the pagination number active styling. So when the pagination number is active, the background should be blue and the color of the button should be white. So by this our style options are over. Next we will style the JavaScript part. Now our HTML and CSS part are over. Now we are going to write our JavaScript code. So first we will create a constant variable called the list item, and I will get all the list elements. For example, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. We have 25 list elements. We get all these 25 list elements in the list items constant variable. Similarly, we will get the previous button and the next button using get element by id property. Because we have used the id here, you can see here id previous button and id next button we have used here. So I get using that id property. Next, we will create a constant variable called pagination numbers. See here, you can see I have created a pagination number constant variable, and by using the get element by id property, we call the pagination numbers number attribute. Here you can see the pagination number we have declared here. Currently nothing is inside this. Next variable is paginated list. So let me create it. Okay, paginated list, I am using the query selector property to call the pagination list. Here you can see the pagination list. Inside this pagination list only all list items are declared. So we have created all the variables. Next we are going to write some logic. First we need to find the page count. For that I am first declaring a constant variable called a page limit. Page limit is nothing but how many elements we allow in a particular page. For example, in our output you can see we allowed 5 elements in our first page, second page. In every page we allowed 5 elements. So I am here also I am setting our page limit to be 5. Currently you can see we have not set any page limit, so only all the elements are in one page. So first we will set the page limit as 5. Next we will declare a page count variable, and we will assign accordingly. You can see here we count the page using mat.ceil function and the number of list items dot length divided by page limit. That means number of list elements are 25 and page limit is 5. So our number of page count comes to be 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5. Mat.ceil function we use to round to the nearest greater number. So here in our output you can see 5 pages. Okay, page count is 5. Now we have found out. Next we will declare a variable called current page. Next we will add page numbers. Okay, now we don't have any page numbers here. You can see only the left and the right arrow are there. So we will add page numbers to it. So let me call a function called add pagination number. So I am getting the index as the parameter. Now first I will add the page number. I will create a constant variable called page number. Okay, now button is created. Next I will create a class name called pagination number. So here the page inside pagination numbers, the pagination button is created, and we are giving the class name as pagination number, and page number dot inner HTML as index. Okay, we are going to give the inner HTML as, that means index is 1 2 3 4 5. So we are going to assign the inner HTML as index. Next we are going to set the attribute for page index and the area label. So we are going to set the page index as index and the area label page plus index. Next we are going to append this page number to pagination number. So here you can see whatever we added to the page number, we are appending it to the parent, that is pagination number. Now you cannot see the page numbers because we have not declared any get pagination number function. So now we will create get pagination number function. So here I have created a get pagination number function, and for I is equal to 1, that is starting from our page 1 to page count, that is how many pages we need 5 pages. So up till I is equal to 1 to 5 less than or equal to 5, we are going to run this add pagination number function. So whenever the add pagination number is running, the page numbers are getting created. So finally when our window loads, we want to call this get pagination number function. So when our window runs, we are calling this get pagination number function, and here you can see our page numbers are seen in this output. Okay, next we want to display the active pages. That is, in our output you can see when we click on one, only 5 only the maximum number of elements in a particular page, that is 5 elements only visible. So in every page, if you select every page, that 5 elements only visible. But now you can see everything is in first page only, so that we are going to do that now. So display active pages. So first I will create a function called set current page. So inside this I am going to assign the current page as page number. So here we have created a variable called current page. So we are assigning this current page as page num. So next we are going to create two ranges, that is previous range and the current range. So what is previous range is, for example, we in our output we will take this 2. The previous range for this second page is, now currently the page number is 2. So our previous page is equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1. 1 into page limit is 5, and current range is equal to page number, that is 2 into 5 equal to 10. So we are displaying the active page elements from 5 to 10. Oh, you can see here, that is starting from 6 to 10. So that is the logic here. So next we are going to hide everything which are not active elements in a particular page. So for that we are going to run a for loop. So here you can see we are running a for loop with item and index, and I am adding a class list as hidden to every item. So every item is added with a class name as hidden. So when index is greater than previous range, that is greater than 5, and index less than current range, item dot class list dot remove hidden, we will run this set current page function inside our window load. Here you can see, here we can run this set current page. So you can see here only 5 elements only it is displayed. So when you now see here, I will expand and I will inspect here and will show you. When you see the UL elements, we have had a hidden class to the pages which are not active. See here, now we are in first page. So 1 to 5 there is no hidden class. In other list items the hidden class is added. Now we will add the page number button event listener. So here we will add the page number button event listener. That means when we are in first page, 1 to 5 is displayed. Now when we click the second button, 6 to 10 should display, but it is not displaying. We will add that functionality now. So this is the code. So when we first we are selecting the pagination number using the query selector all functionality, and for each button in pagination number, that is from 1 to 5, first we are creating a variable called page index. Page index stores the index of the particular button what we are clicking. Okay, number button dot get attribute of page index. Okay, now that page index, if page index and button dot add event listener, that is when we click a button, now you can see when we click a button, the set current function, we are passing the value as page index, the current page index. So when we click for 16 to 20 will be visible, 21 to 25 will be visible. So we have added the event listening functionality. We are going to set active page numbers. That means when we click any button, the background should change like blue, and the text should number should change like white. So here you can see whatever page is active, the background is blue, the number is 3. This is our output page. So we are going to add that functionality to our page. So first we will create a function called handle active page number. So next we will add the functionalities. So here you can see first we are calling the pagination number using query selector all, and then for each page, for each button, we are first removing the active class. We are getting the page index from the button.get attribute of page index. So we are getting the page index from the button and then checking like a page index equal to current page. So page index equal to current page, then button.class list.add active. Okay, now when I click also, the background is not blue. So why that is? We have not added this handle active page number set current page. So I am copying this function and I am adding this here to set current page. So when I add this, you can see background is changed as blue. So whatever page I am clicking, the background is changed as blue. So we have added this handle active page functionality. So next we are going to create next and previous button functionality. So we will add this next and previous button functionality inside our window. So here only we have to add that one. So currently when we click the next button or previous button, nothing is happening. So we are going to make that functional. When I click on previous button, I am adding add event listener. When I click on previous button, set current pages, current page -1. So when I am in third page, when I click on previous button, it should come second and it should come first. And similarly, I am going to add for next button. So here I have added the next button functionality also. So when you click on next button also, it will be going to the next page. So here there is a problem. When you are in first page, when you click on previous page, so every element disappears. So we should not let that happen. So what we are going to add is, we have to disable the page navigation button when we are in the first page and the last page. So here we will add creating a disable button constant variable, and for button.class list of that add disable, we are adding the disable class for the button and setting that to true, so that the button will not be functional anymore. Next I am adding the enable button functionality. So here also I am doing like that only. There I am adding, here I am removing the disabled one and removing the disabled attribute. So in styles we have added the disabled and the hidden class. So when we add hidden, the display is none, and the disabled class, the opacity will be 0.2 and it will not be functional anymore. So we have added disabled button and enabled button. Next we are going to create a handle page button status. So inside this handle page button status, we are going to add some conditions to it. So if page number is 1, then disable the previous button. So now the previous button is not disabled because we have not added the handle page button status inside our set current page. Okay, here I need to add this handle page button status. Now you can see our previous button is disabled. So that is why, because when the current page is 1, the disable button previous button. So we are disabling the previous button, else we will enable the previous button. So here you can see when our current page is 2, we are enabling the previous button. Now when we are in the last page, we will disable the next button. So otherwise we will enable the next button. So that's all in this video. We have created all the functionalities of this project. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel so that I will be motivated to make more videos like. Thank you for watching.